Ben here with the Van Life Biker Show. Smash that like, give me a sub, and share, guys. Let's build this channel. Appreciate your support. Yo, 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 it's your boy Van here. Van Life Biker Show. Just kind of want to give you guys a little quick update on the Caldor fire. I know people were a little concerned up there. People evacuated in Tahoe, so I did a little viewing on the last episode. So smoke's clearing a little, but it still comes and goes, guys. I think we're probably still going to be another month or so of this stuff, unfortunately, but just wanted to do a quick little update for you guys. So let's get into the van. Okay guys, we're coming into the van here now. Side door, get you guys oriented. Our fridge is right here in the front as soon as we walk in. Television. Right here's the captain's seat, driver's seat. Right there's the drinker's seat. So mess, excuse the mess. We're under construction, of course. I got into this a little bit last night, got this framed in. This is going to be a route up into the upper cabinet because I've decided to put the 12-volt fuse power in this little guy here. I divided the cabinets. Reason for that is before I wasn't really sure, hence why I didn't put the fuse panel in anywhere. Just kind of dangling back there. You know, it was just convenient. You got your water pump under there. You know, it was kind of tit for tat, I'm going to say, with routing what needs to come from the ceiling to the floor or from the floor to the ceiling. So I just didn't know which was going to be more, and at this point I think it is more from the ceiling to the, or from the floor to the ceiling, which was kind of my first thought, why I was just planning on putting it down there somewhere. But at the end of the day, it's just going to be more convenient to have it up here, a little bit more easily accessible. And, you know, I can just kind of check loose connections and things like that without having to move the van and such. Hey, you guys might like that. I got that from our boy Bags. You guys want one of those. I actually kind of designed that one. He didn't have any black or white. He had the black ones with the green color. So I put a buzz in his ear and he put it up for me. He could put the blue on the white. So that's in his store now. You guys can get that in his store. Very nice hat. I live in the high desert, so black is just not an option around here, guys. So our 120 volt panel, or yeah, panel, the other's a fuse box, 12 volt. This will have breakers. This will get framed in a wall here, hence why this space is open. We're going to frame a stud wall here off the edge of the step going up to the platform, and that will come around our water heater. And this little deal here, I know it looks funny to you and not normal, but works just fine. I mean, I'm shaking it and there's no shaking it. We've got a couple screws supported there, a block behind it screwed into the exterior wood. We're screwed into the cabinet up top, and you ask, well, why did you do that? Well, if you look at this straight on, guys, we're pulling another inch and a half, well, probably an inch and a half of space out of the van. This water heater will actually be setting in the wall an inch and a half. So what does that do? It buys me another inch up to the captain's seat. So I'll be able to put my seat in the position that I want and put it all the way back. So that's a difference between, you know, inch and a half to your pedals, which, you know, you guys know how driving grandma's car is if you don't want to move the seat and it's pushed all the way to the steering wheel. You know what I'm talking about. So wanted some extra space there. We still got our wash machine to put in here, which is up on the platform temporarily. Some other things we've done. We redid this whole faceboard here. The reason I did that from the bottom of the bed to the, you know, platform where the feet will go is actually 6 inches. So I wanted 6 inches from when this is folded down, the top of that to the bottom of the bed, because the legs are going to fold over top of this once this gets a countertop put on it. So before It probably doesn't look a lot different here, but I've actually raised this as well. Before, this was setting on the step, which I didn't feel too great about either. But now you can see, guys, I can actually shove my hand up underneath there. So a little bit more safety there as far as heat getting on this stuff. I had a squeak in the step. There's no longer a squeak in that. So we put some foam insulation in there. This was built so tight I couldn't put a frame across the top of the batteries because I, lose 2 inches there with a just a little flimsy wood frame that, may not even support a person's weight. So we put a piece of L channel down in there, if you guys recall from that video, to support solid weight on top of this thing. But just there was a little squeak in there. I'm not sure if it was from the wood frame up front or somewhere back in there, but I put, some weatherproofing, basically like foam, to get rid of all the squeaks and stuff in there. So redid this, raised the stove. Everything's just, coming out the way that I really had it in my brain, but sometimes it takes twice to get it absolutely perfect the way you want it. So now, I don't know, like I say, how this is all going to work out once I get these beds in here up on the platform, permanent, done deal, how they're going to set with putting them in the seat position and things like that if your head's just going to be too close to this roof. So I wanted this at the max of possibilities because I can always just rip that down an inch or two and cut the legs on the actual beds seat combos that we're using. If you haven't seen those, pretty trick. You might want to check those out in the past videos. It's a great option to have a bed, a lounge, a seat, all in one. So that's why I decided to go that route. So as you can see, we're sneaking up our wires up in here. It was that option, or try to get things up in here, which this is going to get hot, and I really just didn't want those wires in there. We do have one wire in there which runs up to the AC unit, the rooftop AC. We're going to get some propane in the tank underneath. We showed that video before, how I mounted that. We're going to get that filled up hopefully this week. I'm going to get this wall built around here, get this corner in, get that panel installed into the wall, get the fascia on this, get most of this stuff in, guys. I want to get it mostly done. Go get some propane in that tank. I may even just throw some additional materials in here that will be installed, but I kind of getting at that point that I want to get things weighed. So by the end of the week, hopefully early next week, I'll have another video out to you guys doing the scale. We're going to take this thing to the scale and check our weights before we go much farther, because right now is the time to decide if we keep building and do things the way we really want it, or we start improvising and cutting some things back because of weight. The rear, I'm not too concerned about. Our rear axle weight, it's our front is what I'm mainly concerned about. And if that becomes a big issue and I need to find 100 pounds or two, a couple hundred from it to get some weight off the front end, I've already had the idea that this AC unit will get flopped back to where the fan is back here in the back. We've got the max air vent, trying to find my finger. There it is. We've got the max air vent back there, and that's, 5 pounds. This thing's 100 pounds up front. So that's an easy swap out. It, probably take all day, maybe 2 days, because I'll have to redo some racking up on the top to make the solar panels work out. But at the end of the day, that's going to buy me, 100 pounds off that front axle if need be. This I wanted to get faced off with a nice wood cover with some doors and stuff like we did the cabinets here. I built this all in as well, but once again, I'm worried about that front axle. So if we finish this off, or we just put a curtain on it, it's things like that that we can decide once we know what the boss says. The boss is the scale, and the scale is the law. Excuse me, guys. Get me a drink of water here. Excuse that footage I did there in the front, or the beginning too. Oh, there we go. This smoke is just killing a guy, I tell you. You just lose your voice. Let me get another drink here. But I had no idea what I was even filming out there. So I'll have to check that maybe in the editing. But excuse that, I have no idea. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the fire. But I guess the best way a person could describe it is, you know, when it's really sunny out after it snows and it's just blinding to the eye. It's kind of like that, but it's weird, but that's the best description I can give you guys. It's just smoke in the air everywhere, and the sun's just kind of reflecting off the smoke. And I'll tell you, sometimes you can't even see your you know, hands in front of your face because of the reflection. It's just kind of weird. I've got a huge gang box that I keep a bunch of hardware in outside, and just to kind of keep that stuff out of the shop to make a little extra room. It's just hardware in there. And I'll tell you, I opened it up the other day. I couldn't even find anything in there looking dead in it because just the reflection is just crazy. So anyway, I think that's about our updates. If I can get this put together today, I'll probably bring this back at the end of the video, but we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, we'll catch that on the next one, or you guys will see it in the future either way. So until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. This is Van with the Van Life Biker Show. And, you know, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff for us. And let's try to build this channel. We have picked up quite a few subscribers, which I really appreciate you guys for coming in and enjoying the ride. So, till next time, this is Van, and I'm out. You guys stay safe out there. Peace!